Another day, another live stream. So today I want to make a Twitter clone. Okay, that means that I will not, at least not today, and maybe tomorrow I will not do the exercises of Go. Instead, I will do a backend, and we need to start from the database. These are some database that I made for a course that I buy on Udemy. Okay, Twitter, we will not put any security, any privilege. This will be a flat database. Okay, what does Twitter have? First of all, users. Create user. Users. I will not use any Golang Golang library or tool to migrate a database using ORM, at least not for this project. Okay, first it goes users. User has an username chart 15 not unique. Is a unique first or is after or before the dot unique? I will check that later. User ID, UUID, default. Okay. I don't remember how to PostgreSQL. How can I create table with ID using UUID? UUID B6 and B4, I remember. Okay, serial extension. I need to make an extension. In this case, create extension if not exist. I remember I can create the ID from the backend and pass it through to the database, or I can make here primary key. Okay, default username. Okay, I would prefer to make it from the database. If not exists, UUID always SP. Okay, user primary key default user ID UUID default UUID generate e4 username not null unique not null. Okay, unique not null, and then I need to, what else? Username username and then the name. No, I will use only the username full name varchar 100 not null, well, not null. Okay, not unique also. And description varchar, I will put 140 only because every tweet has 140. I will not put an image, at least not for now. Create tweet. Okay, I remember. I need the created at and updated at. What was the hour? What time to be created at and updated app values. Time's up. Okay. Timestamp PC. No default now. The same thing. Email. The email. That's right. I need the email. Varchar 100. Unique. How can I add an email that only I mean case it in I remember the cases that only accepts real mails with a regex. I need a regex unique, not null, check. Okay. Okay, email, not null, check. Full name. I need also the password. Varchar 50. No, not the varchar. I would prefer to. Oh, I don't want to use the plain text password. I remember doing a project where the only password I saw in the database were the password using a encrypted password. Okay, I will check that later. No. How can I store only password longer than 7 characters? Check. Not check. Okay. No. Check. Car length. Password longer than 7. And that's all. Description, create the ad, okay. Now we check if it works. Create user, create table. Users, okay. Key default, primary key default. Default. Password, okay, I forget the comma. Okay, it works. Table, tweet, Okay, first of all, tweet ID, the same thing, use primary key, default, UUID, generate, D4, and then the content, okay, content, varchar 140, not null check, char length, content more than 1, more than 0. Content, and then the tweet has an ID, content, retweet, the retweets are integer, default 0, the retweet, the answers, how can I say this? Reply, likes, reply, likes. Oh, okay, reopen, reply, retweets, replies, integer, default 0, and likes, integer, default 0. Okay. Tweet ID, user ID, UUID, not default, not null, foreign key, user ID, reference to users, user ID, content. What else has a tweet? This is all. Replies, highlights, articles, media. Okay, that's for the other thing. I will not check that. At least not from now. User ID, foreign key. Okay. I forget about the parentheses. Reference to. Okay. What else has tweet? Read table. Reply. Replies. Replies. ID. Reply ID. UUID primary key default. UUID generate. Version 4. The user ID, UUID not null, tweet ID, UUID not null, and that's all. It doesn't have anything else. For a key, user ID, reference, users, user ID, and foreign key to tweet ID reference to tweet ID error. Which is a tweet. Okay. Drop table tweet. I prefer that the table has an S at the end, that it doesn't. So create table, okay. Create table retweets. A retweet is a tweet too. Okay. The retweet is the same thing as a tweet. So that means that I will table tweet cascade. Okay, I forget how to drop table on cascade. Drop table cascade. Okay. Okay, that means that I retweet UUID, and that's all. If it's a retweet of an ID for a key, foreign key, tweet, retweet, retweet ID, references to tweets, tweet ID. Okay. Foreign key. Okay, I forget the comma. Replies. Okay, Twitter. Schemas. The tables. Tweet user replies. Okay. The replies. If I retweet, if I tweet, I reply to another tweet. Okay, I will leave that way. Create a reply. No. What else? I don't know. Maybe I will prefer to bring to leave the tweet as I do before, and then I create another table referring if a Twitter is a retweet of another tweet. Maybe I prefer that. Maybe. Or maybe not. It will have a space empty. If it's not, so I will leave in that way. Table replies, likes, like ID, UUID, primary, default, UUID, generate, v4, user ID, UUID, not null, and tweet ID, UUID, not null, foreign key, user ID reference, two users, user ID, foreign key, tweet ID references to tweets, tweet ID. Okay. What else? What else has a Twitter? It has pretty much this. Maybe the hashtags, but I would like to leave it in this way. Okay, at least from now. Okay. Here I got a project that I made before using a course from I don't remember his name right now, but is the most famous course in Udemy for Golang engineer, for Golang as a language, as a programming language. So if you see that course, you see that this is a project that the whole course do, and I will use it as an example to building another project. Okay, I would like to first of all I would like to projects Golang, more options. I would like Twitter. Tweets. Okay, a Twitter. Okay, Twitter. I would like to open this from IntelliJ PHP Storm. I will need to use another desktop. No, desktop. Yes, desktop. No, not this desktop. Windows. I wanna check. See users, Carlos. Okay. Users, Carlos. That's my name. OneDrive. Okay. OneDrive. OneDrive, desktop, projects, Go, Twitter. First project, new window. and dot. Okay. I will copy the structure of the project. First of all, I will start with the CMD, and then the web file. He got the main. I will not copy the entire project. Okay, because this project has a lot of things. I would prefer to. I made a simpler version of this project because this project has more functions than a simpler project. Solid principles pizza. I remember this window. No, it wasn't the pizza. It was the other project. Ready main solid principles. Maybe Reddit. Okay, I remember. Yeah, yes, it was this one. Okay, I know now has a lot of problems. I don't know why, to be honest. Oh, okay. I remember. I need to make this thing. I don't have the package. How can I use other libraries or read other files from a Go project? I remember I have to put something in the terminal, but I don't remember what, because I don't use Go a lot of Go mod init my project only once. Initialize a model. Okay, I need this initialize a model. I need a terminal. Here is the terminal. Okay, I always prefer the git bash. Okay, go mod init. GitHub.com Carlos Clavijo. My username from GitHub, and then Carlos Clavijo en Twitter. Creating a Go mode. Okay, that's my module. I am using the 1.25 version of Go. I will app config. I would like, first of all, do the main db an error equals run this library Go. I remember using the Alex words, this encoding Go to run the models, to register the models. I will not use that at this from now, okay? But I would prefer to do it a way simpler. HTTP simple project. Build a Go started simple Go HTTP server. I will not use any of those. Not, of course, I would not like to use a HTTP func to make an only main handle func. I would like to build something that I can put it in more folders and okay. Okay, follow, oh, wrong. Okay, application port defer, yes. Oh, the SQL project. I would prefer to go to straight to the internal configuration. I remember this. This has the in production. I will not use the session manager at least for now. Follow template. I will not use this because I don't. I will not use a website. The front end. Do it in Go using. I don't remember the. I remember do it here. Maybe here. Okay. Anyway, the driver. Mm, DB stroke SQL. Okay. If run, I need to register or add my models. I will start with the models. Okay. In internal, and then internal has the models. Okay. No, the models folder, and then first of all my user. This is simple. I will use the UUID type user struct the user ID equals UUID UUID. I need to okay go get github.com go further UUID. Okay, I need to get this library user ID JSON user ID. No, a string. No, I would like to use this instead. Username string. Yes. Full name string. Email string. To password string. What else have I got? Description. That's all. 3 5 description. Okay. The description string be created at time and updated that. Okay. I will back in a minute. Please wait. Hello, I'm back. Okay, and we made the user model, and then we are going to make the tweet model. The tweet has type struct tweet struct and tweet ID. No, how? Okay, UUID. Okay, UUID. Okay, then user ID, the same thing. Content string and retweet ID, UUID2, tweets int, replies int, likes int. That's all. 3, 6, okay. Tweet go. Replies, and likes, okay. And type reply struct reply ID. No, reply ID, UUID, okay, user ID, and tweet ID, and that's all. Type your replies, okay. And the last one is about likes. Like. Reply. Okay. And like. Type, like struct, like ID, user ID, and then the tweet ID, okay. And that's all that is my models. Those are my models, okay. Then what else I have to do? I remember why this has problems, because I delete the version of Golang that use this this project. Okay, the forms, the models. Then I need to go to the main and register all these models. I don't remember. I want to know if no, the handler. I will go to the user handler first. New encoder, get type ID, restricted, okay. I will go to the in production files, I use the Go for anything else. No, I didn't use it. Oh, okay. Driver. Forms, error, forms. No, I will not use force. Driver. The helpers. Kind error, server error, okay. The repo, okay. Comment DB. Post ready repo. Okay, the repository interface. Data repository. Ah, okay. This has all the. This is a repository. I will not use that repository. Okay, I will make the repository. I will use the simpler. I will do it at the simpler way possible. I will use to the user db go. Here I got the models. Select from user. Okay, this is a simpler way without using any ORM. I use later the GORM, which is an ORM that simplify the way you select, read, update, and delete data from a database, but from now I will not use that. Func get users models user and an error. Okay, CTX cancel. Here I am using the context. CTX, where I use the CTX? CTX, okay, query context. I don't remember the difference between query and query context. The DB here. I'm using the M. PostgreSQL repo, okay. DB repo, this is DB repo, okay. I will use, instead of there, I will use file. It suppose that the repository was a file, a folder, not a file. Repository, okay. The repository doesn't have anything more than the methods that I will use it. So instead of that, I will type db repo struct app config app, okay. I will not use this for anything. Instead, I will do the SQL. SQL, okay. Browser. I want to know where does. Oh, that's a lot of code. but I want to know where I started the code. The error run. The driver, okay, driver. Error. I would like to find files, new PostgreSQL. This is in handlers, okay, in handlers is where I pass that information. And the new repo, okay. New repo. Okay, new repo, okay. I passes driver connect SQL, okay. I will use that in the main, first of all. Main, package main. No, package main. I will use this session. I will know the cookie sessions. The driver. Well, okay. Driver. Internal driver. Max connection. This returns a pointer to a database. Connect SQL. Okay, new database. The D. New database. Okay. Error. SQL. Open. PGX. And then the SN connects. Okay, I will put that this instead. Host, localhost database is Twitter port. Yes, that's the port. And that's the database, the local database. Password. I will error. I want to know if I have an error. If error, okay, database. The guy got the database there. Handlers, okay. Set match open con set match. Okay. dbcon and I want to know if this works. First of all, func main, but this is the main function. ls cd cmd cd web go. Package is a make package, okay? Oh, Will Carlos Clavijo. I want to roll it, no building. But okay. Cannot connect to the database dying, okay. Okay. And PGX host, localhost port. The database name is Twitter, as I remember, Twitter, okay. Postgres. SQL open PGX. I want to check what is the error. Okay, how can I? Okay. I forget about that. No, the other one. Okay. I need to get the go get paste. What the? GitHub. Okay. Go downloading. I'm pasting. I don't know why I need to put that. Okay. Go from main. Go. Host to SSL disable. Okay. Indexing dependencies. Nothing happens. That means that it works. It connects into a database. That means I can do this. repository the repo. Okay, I will not use anything of this. I would like to helpers know repo. Yes, the repo. Okay. No, but yes, the repository. Okay, I will not use this. I will not use the repo. The repo. Okay. GitHub Carlos Tegna config. New progress repo. Progress repo. Okay. And the config. I will not use the config. This is a simpler database, simpler that I can do it. Repository, no. Instead, I will use the mobile user repository. Okay. Conc get users models user and error. CTX cancel. Okay. Context. This is the context. CTX, the context, and translation of the context. Context with timeout. Context background 3 seconds. Defer cancel. That means that when all of this happens, it will cancel, and that when all the method passes happens and returns the user or get an error, it will cancel the connection with the database. Okay, var users models user statement select from users. That's all. Rows error equals to query context. Okay. I need database is okay. SQL const okay. When I initialize that function, I will go to the straight to the main. Maybe no serve, not here. Drivers, okay. DB repo. I assume that the handlers got connection with the DB repo. And a repository, okay. New handler. Format grid there. Oh, sorry, I kinda lazy now. repo, okay. Handlers. New repo, repository. Okay, I passed the driver. The DB connection and the app. And the app config. New PostgreSQL repo. New PostgreSQL repo. And the connection. Configuration. Let me wait a second. Okay. Mm, I was kind of busy trying to understand how this works, but okay. The user please. Yeah. Why this has an error? A built-in interface. Okay. Mm, the users. Um, is anybody there? Let me check something for a second. Um, coders, developers. Okay. Okay. I would like to hear the user CV, get user. Okay. And then I pass the query context. Query context. When I call this the PostgreSQL repo, that means that here in my D repo, I declare the SQL. Okay. New PostgreSQL repo. That's in. No, that's in Postgres D repo. Okay. But let me check for a second. D repo. Okay. D repo. Insert. Mm, and insert option users. No. Postgres D repo. No. I mean, I use the user D repo here. Sorry, I am trying my best to understand how I build this code using the bookings project as an example from my teacher. I don't remember his name. Sorry. There was a time that I contacted him and I asked him how can I build a bigger software. He responded me, and then we don't talk anymore. Then we didn't talk anymore. Mm. There were no root. Oh, the root. Okay. Mm, the driver. Okay. Driver. I will check the driver. Oh, the driver only connects me. Okay, don't do anything about that. New repo. Okay, handlers. New repo. Handlers. New repo. New post rescue. Okay, here I passes the app config, the driver DB. The driver DB is only the DB. Okay, the DB connection I have here. No, I need to pass it to here. What I am doing there? That means that okay. I will need a repository repository. Here I need the declaring no, here's not the repo. Okay, type the repo scope db. Okay, func new db repo. I only need the SQL. Okay, connection SQL db. Okay, but I need a repository here. That's not. I don't need that. Interface. My interface. The main goal I passes there, and then I passes the handlers new repo. Okay, to new handlers. Okay, new handler. And then every time I use a handler, like user handler, I'm using the repository initialized. Okay, driver the repo db context. Okay, get user. Okay, the repo, the connection. Okay, the repo. Okay, returns the repo repository database. Okay, repository database repo. No, cannot find declaration. Okay, I will go more init. Okay, database repo. It returns a database repo. An interface. Wait a second. Yeah. I will restart this. First of all, I don't need this. I don't need this too. Okay, the repositories. I will increase the bright of my stream because it was kind of dark because I used it in this configuration yesterday at night. And okay, repository. Okay, first of all, I need the DB repo. Okay, repository. And the repository I will only have the repo struct db sql conf new db repo. I will have a connection. No, I will return repository database repo because I type database repo interface get users models user interface users db repo here. Return a pointer to the repo db Okay, connection. What is the problem? Database repo. Can I use the icon? Can I use the icon? What is the problem? No, what I have some problems. Type database repo interface. Database repo. It doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. Instead of the user's handler. Okay, I will delete this. User repository. Okay. User DB, it will be this. Phone get users. I will pass the database. DB, the DB is SQL DB, okay. SQL DB. Get users, models, user, errors, context, answer, context without time, context background, 5 seconds, okay. User, cancel, bar users, models, user, statement equals to select from users, rows, the quality context, turn user error, okay. 4 rows, next. I would like scan. I would like to find a better way, a simpler way to read all the information without having the exact same that the exact name of every column on the table. Yes, there are. Yes, right now you're hard coding all the field of scan, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, I would like to view this way what it got. For row nets, create a slice of empty interfaces to hold each column. Interface is anything. You can put anything there. Okay. Values make interface the length of columns. I doesn't have close. What the fuck? Query content statement. Browser. Okay, this is good. New and error. Okay, that's better. Defend rows close. Okay. Okay. Defend rows close. That's the same. Columns. Rows. Columns. Okay. That's the length of the column. Return leave error. Okay. Our results. Map string interface. For rows next. Values. Make interface. Values. PTR make. For I range columns. Columns. Value PTR because a point of value if error. Okay, this is the exact same thing. Maybe all the AI knows so much better each one to each other, so that they can understand what the other almost like they predict what the other AI talk. Oh, right, row map make row map values one. Okay, the only thing that I want right now is to check if this works. Return results here. Result. I have the library. Okay. I will use this way instead of this complex way because I want to know what I have inside. Four rows. Next. Another user. Rows scan. If you know struct fields. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Then I will use that way. Put it in my models. DB. Okay, DB the tag say name of user ID db username, okay, db full name, no, db email, db password, db description, created app, created ad, okay, updated ad, okay, expected ad, oh, a double code, okay, you're right, it needs a double quote, double quote, and users, model users, select from users, select from users, I don't care about that, unable to reach the table users, statement, no scan, okay, okay, db select, that's way better, error, db select, db select, doesn't work, you're mixing inside a very database SQL, query context, I need the scan, okay, if you know your struct field, use struct field, if you control, use, okay, switch to SQLX, I would prefer to use this. No, I would prefer to use only the standard SQL. Rows, oh, defer cancel, users, query context, almost the same thing. I will go back to the fair cancel var users models user rows error equals select for users if error is equal to return new error. Okay, if error rows close or you set values model error equals to rows can user dot user ID user dot no user ID username user user full name user email user email password user description user created ad user updated ad, and that's all. If error equals nil, return users an error. Users and user okay users error users user and return users an error. And now I want to check if it works. And how can I check if it works? First, I need to go to the main menu. I only have these things working. And app handlers, okay, handlers. New repo, okay. The hello world. 150, okay, that's all. I passes the repository. Handles new repo. The configuration and the database. And returns me a repository, and then I pass it to new handlers the repository. Okay. I got the database, new handlers. Okay. User handler. It doesn't need a repository. That means that I will go straight to the main menu and the middleware. No, the middleware, no, the root. Okay. Main Roots, okay. The run, okay. And then after this, I will use the server equals to HTTP server. Port number will be 8080. And the handle, oh, okay. Roots. HTTP handle, okay. The roots. Roots. HTTP handler. I will use mux to use the directions. I will not use middlewares because I don't want it. This is a simple project, so I will not use this. The cheat. Go get GitHub cheat. HTTP new server. New server mux. I would prefer to use the native. I know how to use mux for routing, and how can I routing with native HTTP Golang library? Mux had okay. That's almost the same thing. Okay, that means that I Homelander handle func and how can I use for get or other HTTP request. Use handler, okay. Get okay, get user, get okay. I have okay. I have something like this. And I want to use the native to return of oops. Can I do that? You get a nice box. You can tell what your root is, but with native next HTTP, there's no building the way root because HTTP server mode uses store patterns in a private map. Okay. Okay. the routine, the handlers, user handler as an example. Okay, get root. And in this way, I declare the last method I passes to Google. How can I redirect to the native HTTP library to the correct method? Now I see where you go. Where are you going? Okay, please don't use struct. Handle, okay. Method get, okay. Logs G router. HTTP handler. Handle phone method get. Okay. If method, I will use this. Okay. Method get. Okay. What's the problem? Okay. Return what? What's the problem? What is the problem? Toolbox handler. White face button. This method, okay. I will paste it this here. Format println, enable error, handle error, okay. User may go, okay. And the okay, and the main is error equals to serve listen and serve. Okay. Log further error. Okay. Now let's run. I will open the Postman. Okay, I need to sign in to use it. I'm a busy man, please. Okay. Hurry up, Postman. Identity, okay, Postman. And then open Postman. And there you go. Go run the input. Okay. And define root. Okay. I have another go file inside the folder where is my name. What do you mean? Okay. Go run. Okay. Go run dot. How can I know? How can I know if it's working? Using the blank collection. Yes. I will delete all of this. Delete. Except the login. Sorry, I remember that I used that before. The pizza too. No, this only this. Localhost. Login solid. No. The ingredients. Send. Hello world. Okay. It's working. User. And I will not call to OK font. And then I will to Reddit. Yes, here. User handler. Yes, this one. Handler. Handlers. I need the handlers. And this handler. New repository. I need to pass this the okay, the repository. Um, and repository, no, I need the main new handlers, new handler. Error listed answer. The main. Where I save handler? Okay, handler root, my root. New repo, okay. New repo, that's the last one thing that I do there. I will. Then I want to know if I use the M as the repository. I'll be back in a second, please. Well, sorry, but something happens and I need to leave the live stream right now. I will go back live stream later today in the afternoon, but for now, this is all. Okay, thank you.